Hello, everyone. Welcome to Untold History, the channel where we explore the events that have marked the history of Christianity. Today we will delve into the Council of Nicaea, the first ecumenical council of the Christian Church, held in the year 325 in Nicaea, present-day Iznik, Turkey. This council was a crucial milestone, as it established the fundamental principles of the Christian faith and combated heresies that threatened the unity of the Church. The context of the Council of Nicaea is placed under the rule of Constantine I, who in 313 issued the Edict of Milan, legalizing Christianity in the Roman Empire. Although persecution had ceased, the Church faced internal divisions, especially over Arianism, a heresy that denied the full divinity of Jesus Christ. Arius, a priest from Alexandria, claimed that Christ was a created being and inferior to God the Father, which contradicts the belief in the Trinity. To unify the Christian faith and resolve this controversy, Constantine convened the Council of Nicaea in 325, which was attended by more than 300 bishops from across the Christian world. One of the main objectives was to address the teachings of Arius. After intense debate, the council determined that Jesus Christ was of the same substance as God the Father, that is, consubstantial, which was embodied in the Nicene Creed, a declaration of faith recited in Christian churches around the world. In addition to the question of Arianism, the Council of Nicaea dealt with other important issues, such as the fixing of the date of Easter and the regulation of ecclesiastical discipline. He also confirmed the authority of the patriarchs of the principal sees of Christendom: Rome, Alexandria, Antioch, and Jerusalem. This event laid the foundation for Orthodox Christian doctrine and consolidated the unity of the Church under a common set of beliefs, marking the beginning of the empire's influence in religious affairs. The council was not only concerned with theological issues, but was fundamental to the development of ecclesiastical administration. With the growth of Christianity, the need for a strong organizational structure became apparent. During the council, norms on the election of bishops and the organization of dioceses were discussed, thus laying the foundation for the hierarchy that persists in many Christian traditions. This administrative system made it possible to better manage the growing community of believers and reinforce the idea of a united and cohesive church. One of the most significant results of the council was the formal condemnation of Arianism. Although questions about the nature of Christ had already been debated, the council offered a platform for the bishops to formulate a definitive answer. The claim that Christ was of the same substance as God the Father resulted in the excommunication of Arius and his followers. However, the controversy persisted, and tensions between Nicene supporters and Arians continued for years, polarizing the Christian community in a struggle for orthodoxy and control of the Church. The influence of the council extended beyond the borders of the Roman Empire. With Christianity gaining a foothold in regions such as Egypt and Asia Minor, the creed adopted at Nicaea became a global standard. The acceptance of the creed in various cultural contexts shows how a singular event can have global repercussions, shaping not only theology, but also the cultural identity of Christian communities. The Council of Nicaea also impacted the relationship between the Church and philosophy. The understanding of the Trinity presented in the Creed led to a resurgence of interest in Hellenistic philosophical thought. Philosophers such as Origen and Athanasius incorporated elements of Greek philosophy to defend Christian theology, generating a dialogue that helped forge a deeper view of God and human nature. In addition to its doctrinal and philosophical impact, the Council had practical consequences for the lives of Christians. The decisions taken led to the creation of a more structured liturgical calendar, allowing the faithful to participate more consciously in religious festivities, such as the standardization of the date of Easter. The legacy of the Council of Nicaea lives on in contemporary Christianity. The adopted statement of faith remains central to Eastern and Western Christian traditions. Although various interpretations and divisions have emerged, the Nicene Creed remains a symbol of unity. The council took place in a context where the influence of paganism was still present in the Roman Empire. Despite the legalization of Christianity, many everyday practices were still pagan. This led the council to confront not only doctrinal issues, but also the integration of new converts without compromising the purity of the Christian faith. During the deliberations, the bishops encountered a diversity of opinions that reflected the varied Christian practices of the time. Some communities maintained different traditions than those that were eventually adopted in the Creed, which evidenced the plurality within early Christianity and the need for consensus to avoid future divisions. It is interesting to note that although Constantine convened the council, his role was more that of a facilitator than a religious dictator. His participation set a precedent for the relationship between church and state, creating an environment in which church leaders had to consider the impact of their decisions on society. The council also addressed the controversy over Easter, which had been a subject of dispute. Until then, different communities celebrated Easter on different dates. By establishing a common method of calculating the date, the council sought to unify the celebration and reinforce Christian identity in the face of pagan festivals. Finally, the Council of Nicaea was a pivotal moment in the history of the Church. The tensions between Christianity and paganism, as well as internal challenges, made this event momentous. The search for truth, unity, and identity that characterized the council continues to resonate in the history of Christianity. So there you have it, a deeper look at the Council of Nicaea, a pivotal event in the history of Christianity that has also had a lasting impact on culture and society. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to stay tuned for our next episodes. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic as well, so leave your comments below. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.